Hello, gentle viewers. This is Vindian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 22 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So we have a lot to think about, and I don't have a hitting coach in the rookie league. Yeah. Oh, you know what? He retired. And I just missed it. Whoops. Let's get... I like how Bobby Spain is a hitting coach. There you go. That's a good name, too. There you go. We spent quite a bit to actually overhaul our lineup this offseason. We have a new first baseman and a new left fielder. Pardon me. Both of whom are actually platooning. And this is going to be an interesting season for that reason. We are without AJ Gracia, who we bid Gracias to in the previous episode. But other than that, our lineup is as competitive as it's ever been. We also acquired Andy Eldridge as a free agent. We didn't pay very much for him. And we have promoted Bobby Sobolewski to the major leagues 1 year after we drafted him. Which is a bit fast, I think, but we're kind of at a point where we don't have much of a choice. Bullpen looks solid. We don't have anybody that's like outstanding, but we don't have anyone that's really bad either. There should be another successful season, I think. We do, of course, have JJ Matos on the IL, but he'll be back sooner rather than later. So that's going to be a big shot to the team. Somebody made an important question. They brought up an important point. Do we trade JJ Matos? And I definitely understand where that person is coming from. I do. However, the pitching factory that we had toward the beginning of this series has started to dry up. And yes, Matos is often hurt, but when he's healthy, he provides desperately needed pitching capabilities. I cannot afford to ignore Matos. I just can't. Equally, I can't afford to trade Tian, even though his postseason performance hasn't been ideal. If we take a look at his postseason numbers, he's been kind of bad. But without him, I don't think we make the playoffs. And that is the crux of the matter. He's certainly not like the perfect pitcher or anything like that, but heck, I mean, people spend what? The Astros spent almost $50 million on Justin Verlander, who's got a way worse track record of health. So I know it's a bit of a raise for him, but I think he's earned it, and I think it's going to end up being money well spent by the end of the day. We'll probably lose Casey Kalich, and that's fine. I'm not really going to cry about that. Mike Sheehan, you are not getting $5 million a year. I don't know who in the hell you think you are, but that is definitely not happening. Like, I'm not saying you're not a quality player who has been of great use to me. You are not that good a player. So you're going to keep riding the pine. You're going to occasionally hit a bit for me. And you're going to play shortstop and center and second. The only reason I would consider keeping him is if for whatever reason Theo Gillen doesn't exercise his player option, then I might consider bringing him back for a season or two or something. So, let us proceed, dear friends, to see what it is we might accomplish. Excellent. So Matos is going to need a little bit more time. Balderas and Burden, you can both go to the minors. Zach Whitney's now injured. That's fun. I mean, he's obviously not very good, but at the same time, that doesn't mean I want him gone. So here's the question I ask myself. Would Paez be a better choice than Chris McNeil? Yes. I don't know why I paused about that. There's very clearly no reason to take Chris McNeil in his current form as a starter. As a reliever, maybe. There's also Vitae, but the difference is that Paez can actually throw strikes, which is something the other two cannot. Damn, Jamie Sanchez. I do need to call up a pitcher. So I'm going to go ahead and call up Vitae, who at least has the important advantage of already being cheap. And already being on my roster. So Paez, you're going to be my new fifth starter. And he'll only be out until like making starts until Matos is healthy enough to get back and pitch some more. So we just got to hang tight. While another pitcher's arm gets blown out. So I need a reliever. I don't trust McNeil. I don't. Not yet. And he's a 9th round pick, so we've got a long ways to go before I have to call him up. Someone like a J.R. Myers would probably be a pretty solid choice as far as someone to call up. So that's what we're going to do. And you're just going to be an everyday middle reliever. Casey Kalick, you are being demoted to use less often. No, actually just make you avoid high leverage. That should help. And then I'm really hoping that one of you will figure out how to pitch really, really well so that I can activate you. How long is Sobolewski out? Just for a day. That's fine. Excellent. Matos is now healthy, so Vitae gets right the way back on the train to the minors. Matos instantly reclaims his former role. And I'm definitely going to bump him up to there. Just for now. Maybe pitching him lower in the rotation will put less pressure on him. Who knows? Actually, change of plans. I think Paez is going to get this role, and you're going to be shifted to emergency starter long relief. And we'll see how that turns out. Okay, we can get Emilio Sandoval back. Ramon Ramirez is certainly not off to a great start, but he's a Rule 5 pick. And I don't really want to give him back. I don't really want to give him back. And yes, Sandoval could play in the place of Lesbron, but his problem is that Sandoval is kicking major ass. Or Lesbron is kicking major ass. So I think Sandoval is going to go on a rehab assignment to the minors, and then we'll see what happens with him. And we'll see how that works out for us. .500 homers for Juan Soto is pretty sweet. I'm not seeing huge changes among any of our players, really. So Pete Richards has turned out to be quite solid. I can definitely live with this. How are things going for the team so far? Brown is getting on base, as we expect. Moore is hitting quite well, Gunnels is, Richards is, and then the rest of the lineup is absolute garbage. Now, of course, important to recognize, this is not, it's only 100 at-bats into the season. It's not even 100 at-bats into the season. I can't really make any drastic changes just yet. But I am a bit concerned about how badly the top parts of the lineup are playing. It's almost like Ramon Ramirez is actually relatively green. Who would have thought? If this man can hit anywhere around 250, he's going to be a transcendently good player, in my opinion. But right now, he can't do that. So we're going to figure something to do with him. Everyone's kind of just marking time until Perrault is ready. Because once Perrault gets called up, he's going to be pretty damn awesome, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and sim forward another month, and we're going to see how things are at the end of that month. What is with freaking relievers this season? Like, holy shit. You're only going to miss 1 week, Kalich. I can't really afford to put you on the IL. I will put Hested on the IL. And I will call up Jose Marin, I guess. I mean, I know he's not amazing, but right now I just need warm bodies. I kind of let the bullpen be a strength of ours. So far, it doesn't look like one, does it? We may have to make some moves there to acquire some better pitchers. Matos is hurt again, which is fun. I'm gonna sim one day. Yes, I know he's on the IL. I need you to stop, please. So I can figure out how freaking screwed we are. It is still not telling me what his problem is. 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, my guess. Paez. I'm going to trust Sobolewski over Zach Whitney. So pretty much every reliever. Who are you offering me? A pretty decent reliever. And a reliever with at least a slight upside for Ali Sanchez. The thing is I can't afford to give up Sanchez because of his abilities behind the dish, but I'm not far from giving up on him. What the actual shit, game? Like, this is getting ridiculous. I can't trust Sandoval to play center. That's for darn sure. I could have Mike Sheehan play center, but then I don't have a backup shortstop. Yeah. Is it time? Is it time? I guess I'll call up Chris Ramberg and let him start and let him just be the backup off the bench. Or do we call up Perrault and let him play center? Here's my big concern. I don't want to wreck his development. He is only 21 years old. Just for the sake of getting through a rough patch when... I think I'm going to call up Sandoval. I think I'm going to stick him in center. I think that's the least bad choice. Because whatever his failings might be defensively, he's a really good hitter. And I can always have Sheehan come in as a defensive sub if we need to. This isn't my favorite move ever made, but it's the move I'm making. And it's just got to be like that right now. But these freaking injuries, my friends, like, holy shit. Okay, we can have Hestad back, which is great timing because I just lost Carl Brown for the rest of the damn season. You know, the one reliever I could actually trust. None of you deserve to be the closer, to be quite frank with you. None of you have pitched well. Is there a rent-a-closer I can grab? Not there. Yes, who wouldn't want Jake Baker? You're not going to give up Jake Baker. You'd be pretty insane to give him up. Edgar Fuentes isn't that good. Yeah, Boston, I'm not bailing you out of that, my dude. Yeah, I don't know what we can do to fix the bullpen. Because I've really been neglecting it in the draft lately. And that's entirely my fault. I guess, Chris, you can be the closer just because somebody has to be, allegedly, and you're the best person who's pitched the best so far this season. An off-field fucking accident. I am utterly disgusted by you, Carl Brown. Utterly disgusted. Okay, you are giving me an okay reliever. A pretty decent prospect. And a 4th-round draft pick, and you're asking for Danny Bell? Yeah, I'm gonna make this deal. I don't know why you want Danny Bell so badly. That's a very strange deal to me, but I'm not gonna question it. It gives me a reliable arm in the bullpen. And that's really what I need quite badly. I'm not going to make him a closer or anything, but I like having him as an option. And we'll see how he turns out. Oh yeah, Danny Bell's actually a really good defensive third baseman. That's fine. Matos is going to take even more time. Exciting news. Exciting news. Whitney's losing velocity. That's a good sign that his goose is cooked. Paez got better. Tian is slipping a tiny bit. Richards' power got better. Jennings is a tiny bit better. Jordan Walker's power is better. Bradshaw's contact is better. Ramirez's contact's not all the way up to 29. Okay. All right. So, the top 4 are hitting okay. Brown's not doing great. Salix Brown, you just won Rookie of the Year, but you're making it awfully hard for me to keep you in my lineup. When I have Josh Cage, that's been waiting for an opportunity. Jordan Walker still hits for power. And unless he stops doing that at an effective rate, I can't take him out of the lineup. Ramon Ramirez, I can at the very least take you out of the lineup. I can let Lost Brim play every day and just let you ride the pine. Sanchez has been bad. Gillen has been bad. If not for Pete Richards having an outstanding season, I genuinely don't think we'd look as good as we do. But I've got to make some moves now. I can't let this ride another month and just hope that the bottom half of my lineup snaps out of it. I can't do that. How bad is Les Prawn against left-handed hitting? He's good enough. You're riding the pine, Ramirez. Les Prawn can hit, you can't. You can be a pinch hitter if you want, but you're definitely not going to be starting anymore. Next question. Salix Brown is drawing walks. That is what his offensive profile tells us he will do. Well, that's all he's doing is drawing walks. And hitting for a little bit of power. He's an okay second baseman. But there's Josh Cage. Cage's problem is that Cage can't play second very well. But his bat will play. His bat will definitely play. Will he hit well enough, though, to out-hit his glove? I mean, his range isn't great for a second baseman. But Salix Brown isn't a huge amount better. I don't know. I don't know if I trust Brown. I definitely want to trust him as leadoff hitter. But then the question becomes, who do I trust as leadoff hitter? And the answer is nobody. I don't have a really quality leadoff guy if Brown can't do his job. Game. I mean, I don't get anything by calling up Josh Cage now. That's an important thing I need to keep in mind. Is it worth hanging on to Ramon Ramirez with the hopes that he improves? Or should I just turn him back over to the Cardinals? I just don't know. Oh, how is Jennings doing? Jennings is doing okay. He's not doing amazingly well, but he's doing okay, and I think he just needs a few more at-bats. He's not something I'm worried about. Because Richards is the guy I care the most about, and he's doing very, very well. And plus, I have Nick Rosario, who's another candidate to play first if I need somebody else, so I'm fine with that. Is Richards really that bad? Yes, Richards becomes a non-entity against lefties. Okay. I feel like I have to do something, but I don't know what that something is. I don't think I can know what that something is, to be honest with you. I don't think there's an obvious answer. We have very real problems. The most important of which right now is the fact we don't have a true closer, although Chris Eastad could be that guy. I'm certainly going to give him the chance to be that guy because I frankly don't have anybody better. Victor Rivera. Yeah, I'm looking at my high minors and looking to see if there's a solution to any of these problems, and I don't believe that there is. More is a pity, but it's true. I am betting a sizable sum that Chris McNeil's control issues will kind of go away once he becomes a reliever. And I don't think that's going to happen. And I definitely can't trust somebody who walks as many people as he does as a starter. I like Jamie Sanchez. But I don't know. I really feel like I can't push rookie Perrault. It is not worth wrecking his career to increase our chances at the playoffs when we might get to the playoffs anyway. Price is 57.69. What's your deal? You're 68.62. If Theo Gillen isn't playing flawless defense, his bat, I think he's too much of a millstone. I'd almost rather give someone like Sheehan a chance to play shortstop, or even call up Mike Burden and let him play short for the rest of the year. Because there's at least a chance that they'll hit. Whereas the chance that Theo Gillen will hit is 0. And I just don't think Gillen's glove is good enough to justify keeping him any longer. So I'm going to offer him up in a trade. And I'm just going to see what kind of offers are made to me. I can get Alex freaking Betancourt. What an amazing deal. Let's include veterans. I don't want Logan Wagner. I wouldn't mind a reliever. If I can get a really solid one. So you're just a jerk. I know that you're wrecked, but I'm basically getting someone to take... I mean, I guess Chris Broughton would be the best choice, right? Like, he's clearly the best pitcher that's being offered. I am distantly concerned about his lack of a second pitch. But the thing is, anyone I pick is going to be flawed in some way. Not Sergio Cordero. I don't want him. I definitely don't want Martin Orozco. I think he's too expensive. And he's a long-term deal. Like, I'll take on a good one-year deal. I'd rather have Jim Williams than because Jim Williams is actually a decent pitcher with 2 good pitches, whereas Broughton only has 1. But I mean, his control isn't great. Kyle Walter has very good control and very decent stuff, and doesn't have much for movement. Triantos isn't exceptional. Houston's apparently a jerk and nobody likes him. Kubota's just very meh. Here's something I'm not going to do. If I take any of this salary, it's going to basically override this deal. And that I cannot allow. Because I can't take on even a 10% of $22 million. That's too damn much money. I guess I'll take Triantos. I'm looking to see if there's maybe even somebody even better I could request. Yeah, I'm sorry that the fans are sad about losing Theo Gillen, but maybe Theo Gillen should have been such a bad player. Whitney, I'm going to send you to the minors. I'm going to call up Triantos. I'm going to make Triantos an emergency starter, long reliever. He's got the pitch, he's got the stamina. He's not a great control guy, but that's okay. I need a new backup center fielder or shortstop. Cage can't play. I mean, for a utility guy, he can probably stomach it. At least gives me options. I mean, there's always Victor Rivera. We can play both third and short, but that's not what I need. And the real problem about making Sheehan the starter is it also takes from my backup center fielder. That's maybe the bigger issue. Because Burton can't play center. He's an okay player, but he can't play center. Hartman is just not good. Mike Evans is really not good. John Correa is extremely not good. If I call up Josh Cage, I'm going to feel tempted to actually have him hit. I guess the solution would be to trade Jamie Bradshaw and then call up Victor Rivera. Rivera gives me backup at shortstop and third. And then I call up a center fielder. Because Sheehan actually has a talented enough bat and has hit well enough the last couple of seasons that I want to give him a chance to pit his way into a bigger role on the team. So I think that's what I do. Let's trade Bradshaw and let's see what kind of prospects I might be able to get. Virtually nothing. I don't need yet another pitcher who can't keep the ball down. So I'm just going to try to get Bradshaw through waivers. I don't think anyone's going to claim him. I really don't. Okay, Victor Rivera called up. And then I can call up Chris Ramberg to be our utility outfielder when Sheehan moves to play shortstop. So Rivera backs up at third and short. Ramberg backs up in center, and Ramberg will also be a defensive sub. I said defensive sub. There we go. Jennings is no longer allowed to play against right-handed pitching at all. It's all Rivera, or it's all Richards all the time. And then I'm going to switch over here. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Sheehan starts at short. I know this isn't a perfect solution, but it's the best solution I've got right now. At least until we see Perrault take that leap, we know that he can. I know that Andres Avila doesn't have a very good catcher defense, but at the same time, his ability isn't terrible. And he'd definitely be a major upgrade offensively, so that's something we can consider down the line. Apritis would also be a pretty big upgrade, if not for the fact that his contact is just the worst. Okay, is there anything else I can do right now to make this team better or more competitive? I don't think so. I mean, I could trade Sanchez, but I don't wanna. I mean, I guess Avenger can also not hit and play defense just as well as Sanchez, but... we'll figure something out down the line. Alright. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to sim up to... I'm going to sim a couple weeks, and we're going to see how things look with the new lineup. Wow, that was South Assassin was only one day. Oh, great, we get Matos back. That's going to be a huge boost to the club. Sobolewski is really struggling in the major leagues. I'm going to go ahead and send him to the minors. Reactivate Matos, and then Matos is going to be the number 3 starter again. Okay, that's a huge lift, getting Chad Moore back. Because now I don't have to feel obligated to carry so many outfielders. I'm going to demote Ramberg. Call up Moore, let Moore have his spot back in the lineup, and then make Sandoval the backup center fielder and the number 1 pinch hitter. And then I'm going to do the same here. There we go. All right, let me sim a week. Okay, as I predicted, Bradshaw did clear waivers. I'm glad that happened. And my fucking closer's hurt again. Oh, he's only out for 3 days. Whatever, dude. Don't come crying to me about that. You're an interesting dude, Bob Wood. I don't know what I'm going to do with you, but I like your offensive skill set. I have a lot of players like that, don't I? I have a lot of players like that. Let's just send them up to the All-Star break. Okay, Danny Cedeno back is massive. Who is pitching the worst among my relievers? Oh, God, take your pick. Kalich, actually, is the worst of the bunch. Because unlike the others, he also doesn't strike people out. That's surprising. But I also can't get rid of Kalich, is the other issue. And he's actually not that bad. So other than Kalich, who's the worst start reliever? It's Eric Martin. You can go to AAA, and then we can activate Cedeno. And I like you so much, Cedeno, I'm going to make you my setup guy. And we're going to see how you do in that role. That'll hopefully make everyone else's job a bit easier. I'm not going to make you the closer yet. I think Kjerstad has pitched well enough with Brown's absence to get a shot at it, but we're going to go from there. All right. Matos got a blister because, of course, he did. A prospects game roster. Give me that Ricky Perrault action. Really? There's Nick Rosero. There's Andre Sevilla. I'm frankly annoyed by that. I can only imagine it's because he doesn't play a position he's very good at. But look at this joker with his minus .4 WAR, and they decide, nah, he's not as... he doesn't deserve it. Screw you. What do we got here? Gunnels. Not even Richards? Just Gunnels, huh? I mean, Gunnels is having a pretty amazing season. So I'm not saying Gunnels doesn't deserve it. I think it's hilarious that I'm 39 and 35 yet only have a single All-Star. I mean, and then you can say to me, well, who deserves to make it besides them? And I would say Pete Richards does. But I mean, is Pete Richards going to make it over any of these other guys? Maybe Josh Trumbo, but also maybe not. So it's whatever. We're going to see how things go the rest of the season and see what they might be able to accomplish. Okay. So Mike Sheen is actually hitting okay. So is Les Braun. Walker, you've got huge amounts of power, and you generally, the rest of your skill set is generally just good enough to keep you in the lineup, and you're an okay third baseman. Are you underwhelming? Yes. Do I have a better option? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Well, Josh Cage is now on the proper IL, so even if I was going to bring him back now, I can't. That's yikes. So here is my concern. If we get rid of Walker, that's it for my power. I basically don't have any. Is Perrault hurt? Oh, he's got a strained groin. I mean, that's not good, but it's better than I thought. Like, yeah, I could give Bradshaw another try. Is there a decent third baseman that I could acquire that would help this team significantly? I guess the first step is to check the trade block. Ooh, I've actually got money for... No, I don't. I got excited for a minute there. I don't know why I did. Go ahead and give me third base, please. Am I a joke to you, game? Is there a reason why you enjoy offering me players that are actually bad at third base? Game. Okay, Ben Conrad is pretty incredible at third base. I mean, I'd consider you, but you're out for 8 weeks. I mean, Isaac Pacheco is just really expensive version of what's-his-face. Ignacio Hollis can't actually play third. Yeah, I guess there just really isn't anybody there. I mean, here's what I can do, right? I can bump Les Braun up the order. And maybe even bump up Jerry Jennings. That's one thing that is within my power to do. Great. I could maybe bump Sheehan up the list a bit. You know what? This is probably a stupid decision, but I'm hoping it'll help. Sheehan is hitting 321 with a 360 on base percentage. Why not make him the leadoff guy? Right? And then I got Chad Moore hitting second and Gunnels hitting third. Okay. So what has to go right for us to get over the hump here? We need Sheehan to start delivering at the top of the lineup. I think that'll make everyone else a little bit better. I need more consistent production from Les Braun. And I guess I need to consider Perrault. Like, here's what's kind of worried me about... Oh, I'm not getting regular scouting reports on him. Why the hell not? That's as of May 10th. Let's look at the beginning of July and see if he looks any better. Because we're real close, friends. We are really, really close to that being a thing. Rickman's a good picture. Guanqui could be a good hitter someday, but he certainly isn't right now. I don't think I need it. I don't think I need it. I can't give up Reese Markham. How long are you out, Walker? You're going to miss a week. So, hey, Rivera, you're going to get a chance to do some playing. All right, let's start talking about coaches. You're good, outstanding, average, excellent. You are excellent, legendary, good, legendary. I've always had one of the better offenses in the league. I don't think there's a lot of point to dicking around and not bringing him back. I am most definitely keeping you. And I'm most definitely keeping you. I like having good, solid coaches that can really help us contribute. Luke Montz, you're incredible. Let's bring you back. Hansel Izquierdo, you seem like you're happy, and I'm not going to get a pitching coach of that caliber on the free market. So you can come back. Willington Cruz, you're pretty good. I'll keep you around. Luis Borges, we can probably do better than him. I think we'll let him go. David Perez, I think we can move on from him too. Can let those two go. Oh, I didn't look at Jim Harder. Yeah, because he sucks. I will definitely be replacing Jim Harder as well. Coach Harder. Richie Bennis is good enough. I'm not going to let him go over the possibility of a minor upgrade. Alright. I don't know why you're upset with me, other than the fact I just refuse to sign people that can steal bases. Because A, they don't grow on trees, and B, even if they did grow on trees, I still wouldn't waste my time with them. Alright. Oh, man. I was getting excited. I thought somebody had done really, really well, but they hadn't. Jerry Jennings is getting a bit better. Chad Moore got better. Paredes is getting to the point almost where I kind of have to give him a shot just because my current catching options are so bad. Like, right at a certain point, like, you take the fact he's not perfect and he's hurt. Oh, no, he's not. He got promoted to AAA. Yeah, because... Oh, my God. Cedeno. Yeah, I think I kind of have to punt on Sanchez and give Paredes a shot. Because here's the thing, right? Paredes is not a bad catcher, and he's a much better hitter, potentially. I mean, Paredes might never hit 260 in the majors, but he doesn't have to be a good contributor. He just has to hit goodly numbers of home runs and draw walks. I don't know, friends. I do know that I am unhappy with Danny Cedeno for getting hurt again. Give me all players, please, and then give me all that potential. I like Julio Mares. He looks like a really solid all-around player. Ignacio Lambertini is an amazing name. I'm not sure that he's good, though. I'm not sure that there's enough upside here for us to think about it. Danny Murillo is just a less good version of Julio Mares. I guess we offer him his $5 million. Yeah. Because the problem is Sanchez is losing his defensive abilities. It's 63-57. Paredes is already 57-69. They're very comparable. And Paredes here at least has the possibility of hitting. I think he's turned into a pumpkin, so nobody wants him anymore. What if I ate 50% of his deal? What if I ate 75% of his deal? What if I ate 100% of his deal? Yeah, it's not worth it. Like, I'm not saying Bobby Gerber is bad. He's an... maybe Bobby Gerber is worth it. I think he is worth it, actually. Now I'm going to start dipping this down to see if I can... Yeah, let's do it. And then I'm going to put you on the 40-man. But then you're going immediately to AAA. And I'm going to call up Paredes. And we're just going to give him a shot in the majors. And I'm going to make Adam Shepard... What the hell? What did I do? I apparently benched Pete Richards because I've gone mad. There we go. And then Shepard, you're going to go ahead and be my defensive sub at catcher. And then we're going to see if Mr. Paredes can perform in the majors. I mean, we lost Danny Cedeno again, so there's always that. And in point of fact, that's probably enough for me to call up my dude. That new pitcher I just got. In fact, I think I will. Who's that pitcher I just acquired? I can't be bothered to remember all my players' names. Yeah, Gerber, you're going to the majors. But you're not going as the starter. Oh no, you're going as a reliever. Because you're not very good. And then I'm going to make you a flat-out middle reliever. No thanks. Man, really? We won 14-13, which is fun, but we got Merez. I'm gonna go ahead and add you to my short list. Bobby Carpio, huh? Okay. Right. I am not opposed to drafting a reliever with our first round pick and then ratcheting them up to the majors quite quickly. Absolutely not, dude. I could not be less interested. I mean, I guess I could be less interested. You could be, like, dead or something. I don't need someone who's dead. Okay. Let's just skip right on up to me. I mean, Brett Burdett looks like a pretty freaking amazing reliever. I mean, you kind of want someone more polished. Or like Tim Kennedy would be a good choice. He's a really good pitcher with lots of talent already. I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take, because I really, really like Tim Kennedy, I'm going to draft him. And I'm going to hope that Burdette is available when I pick with my second round pick. He is not. Crud. Chris White is, though. And Chris White is a pretty solid choice. He's definitely raw. Josh Keister is a little bit more advanced and played against better competition. He is a side armor. This isn't a concern to me. Keister's path to the majors seems a lot shorter, and he showed more skill against... Yeah, I think I'm going to take him. I don't think White's raw talent is enough better. I love your bat, Jeremy Gray. I love it quite a lot. I don't love your defensive capabilities, but they're not as bad as they might seem. So let's take ourselves Jeremy Gray. You're not a starter, my dude. You're definitely a reliever, though. I'm actually going to take Kevin Patton here. Nobody wants Garrett Price. What is his deal? Like, his control isn't exceptional. I acknowledge that. But the rest of the package is pretty amazing. I will take him as a 4th round pick. I will do it in a jiff. Okay. Bleh. We're already in the part of the draft where I'm mostly looking for people... Oh, here you go. Oh, I don't want your batting ratings now. I want your batting potential. I'll take Chris Andrea. I'll take the guy with the big bat and see if he can learn how to field. I'll even take Chris Scott. He seems like a really good choice, too. An excellent bat who's also free, by the way. And then let me look at pitching potential, and I want to find someone like Randy Keene. Like, Randy Keene is a big dude. He's not a very good hitter, but he's already got 2 relatively advanced pitches. A lot would be asking him to put on velocity if I made him a full-time pitcher, but I'm quite frankly willing to try that. And let me go ahead and make sure that you're shortlisted. Because then I can grab you quickly. And then just give me them raw strikeouts. I'll take Vince Neely. And then I'm going to go ahead and complete the draft. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for the all caps. I mean, I'm assuming he did sign, right? Because he was free? Maybe he wasn't free. Maybe he actually wanted to... Yeah, he actually wanted to get paid. Well, that's strange. Jeremy Gray wants an awful lot of money. An awful lot of money. I think his bat could potentially be special, though. No, I can't do it. I'm not going to sign him, and I'll get another third-round pick next year. This way I can sign my super secret project of Randy Keene. Yeah, I just can't afford to pay $3 million on him right now when he's going to be like 4 years. He's like 4 years away, right? He's definitely not ready for the majors. When have you been scouted last? You still haven't been scouted since May. Oh, here we go. June 30th. His contact is going up, my dudes. And he's getting better at center field. I still don't want to rush him. But come trade deadline, he might be in AAA. I mean, he's clearly finding AA to be too easy. Fuck it, I'm going to call him up now. I'm going to send him into AAA. What about Nick Rosario? Nick Rosario is obliterating AA, and it's his second year in AA, so he gets to go up to AAA. Even Andre Sevilla is having a real good year. So I'll call him up too. The kids are growing up. Anyway. Okay, that's just mean. Game. That is not nice. Welp. Welp. I only know one bat potentially that could possibly match him, which would be Perrault. But I could try Jamie Sanchez. He's at least hit for power in the minors if he hasn't done much else. Like, I can't call up Rosario because he doesn't play anything other than first, although he plays it very well. I see no reason to give Ramon Ramirez more playing time, but I guess I could. Oh, game. Why? Why did you have to injure my best player? Alright, I'm going to call up Jamie Sanchez. And I'm going to move Les Braun to right, and I'm going to let Ramon Ramirez have some more at-bats. This is a bad decision, but I don't have a good one. That's the problem. I don't have a good one. All I'm looking for is enough production that by the time he's healthy, that we're still in it. And Ramon Ramirez is real bad against left-handed pitching. I mean, I guess I could start Sandoval. Yeah, why not start Sandoval? What the hell is wrong with me? I don't want to start freaking Ramirez. He sucks. Like, yes, I know that Sandoval's not my backup center fielder, but Sandoval at least has the potential to hit really, really well, right? And he's actually having a great season, so I don't know why that was a hard decision for me. I must really have it out for him. There must just be something about his face that I just absolutely hate and I cannot tolerate in my team. Like, that guy's so bad. He's the worst. But yeah, get it done, Sandoval. Help us out, yo. Cool story. All right. Jose Perez is not good. Moving on. I don't care about Kim, but it's a second-round draft pick. Ooh, Chris Dake is left-handed, though. If you will drop Dake from your requirements... Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Everyone looks Mensayo. I mean, I guess he's cool. I don't really see him being a starter, though. Not with that movement. So let me just trade him and see what kind of offers I can get. I mean, you get a guy like Jeremy Zunk. You can't say no to that. I'm not joking, by the way. I legitimately like Jeremy Zunk. Not just because of his name, but his name is definitely a big part of it. Nope. I've already got a catcher who can't catch, thanks, in the minors. That's better than him. Time to get zunked. Oh, yeah. Like, I will ask for more. You'll probably tell me to go to hell, but I'll ask. But Mitch Irwin. I'll submit the offer, and we'll see what you think. Here, you want Haney? You can have him. Done. Oh, did everyone sign yet? No. Here we go. Randy Keene. Watch as I transform your career. There we go. I'm not saying you're perfect because you sure as shit aren't. But I'd like to think you at least have a chance of having a decent career, which is more than I can say for a lot of people that get drafted. So I lost Matos for 3 months. I don't like that. Yeah, Sobolewski, I need you. Because I sure as hell don't trust... Like, I'd maybe trust Triantos to start. But you're better. So I'm going to trust you. I'm going to give you the key to the kingdom. Don't screw it up. Friends, we might trade him in the offseason if we can. I'm not giving you Victor Rivera. Now, Esteban Salas is quite solid. Quite solid. But I can't give up Rivera. He's my only backup third baseman that I trust. So what if I drop Rivera? Can I offer you something else? Can I interest you in a catcher that can't catch? I actually want Kubota. Really, was that what you're trying to do? Get a freaking salary dump out of it? I'll give him a Gwanky too. I don't even care. Here, you can have this jerk. I'll take it. He's a much more interesting player, is that gentleman, than the guy I had, so whatever. Nope. Okay, so do we have a play here? Is there something we could add that would make a significant change in our chances as a team? I can bump Salix Brown up in the lineup, who's actually recovered nicely. Batting Parita's last. Yeah, Salix has really come through. He's really improved, so that's great. I'm going to go ahead and put Brown actually back at the top of the lineup. He's just a better player, and this also makes sure that we're getting the most out of our team. I can't much complain about Emilio Sandoval's performance. It's not Garrett Gunnels, that's for damn sure, but there's only one of those, so I'm okay with that. I've got to say, Les Braun has been an incredible surprise, in the very best of ways. And he's a dog shit outfielder. No one's denying that, but his bat is good enough that I definitely can't afford to punt on that. Chad Moore's doing good. Okay, Perrault is struggling a bit in AAA. Avila sure isn't. But that's okay. Let's sim up to... Okay, anyone else we want to trade? I can try trading Casey Kalick. I don't think I'm going to get very much, though. But I'm going to try it just because his sheer existence as a baseball player makes our team worse. Are any of you even, like, a little bit interesting? You know what? It's fine. It's going to save me money, and he's been so god-awful that literally anybody I can imagine would be a good replacement. Like Eric Martin, for instance. Welcome back to the club. And I'm going to have you avoid... I'm actually going to have Gerber avoid high leverage. I think he's in much bigger danger. And I think that's it. I don't think I'm going to make any other trades. I don't think there's an upgrade to be had that would really change our fortunes all that much. Other than just getting Gunnels back and having him play at his normal level and just letting the rest of the team kind of do its thing. Any interesting stuff here? Sandoval's eye is getting worse. I mean, the guy can't get regular playing time. I suppose I can't really blame him. Andre Sevilla is getting even better hitting. So is Nick Rosrio. Very good. Alright, so it's going to sim up to roster expansion. Okay, that's bullshit. You need to fucking stop that game. Stop injuring my best player even worse than he was before. I mean, yes, I get Danny Cedeno back, and that's wonderful, but it's also not what I want. I want my team to be good all the time. J.R. Myers, I'm going to send you back to the minors. And then Cedeno, you're going to get your old setup job back. I trust you with high leverage innings in a way that I just don't trust most of the rest of my team. You fucking suck, dude. Really? You can't even pitch one damn inning before you get hurt again. Actually, I guess you did pitch an inning, and then you got hurt again. I just got through praising you, dude. You know what? It's Zunkin time. Give him to me. Give me the Zunk. And you're gonna be a specialist backup. Okay, guys, we need to at least stay within the ballpark when Gunnels gets back so that he can help us reclaim our spot. But the thing is, we're losing a lot of very close games. Oh, but we get Gunnels back now. That's good. Sanchez, back to the minors with you. Because ain't nobody replacing Garrett Gunnels permanently. Yeah, Sandoval, you're doing okay, but the problem is that Lesbron is just way better than you. So that's just what's happening here. You can be the backup, though. And I'll even make you the defensive substitution in left. But yeah, you're not Garrett Gunnels, and you're definitely not Lesbron, so you can sit on the bench. Thanks. I have not been messing with this at all, so I'm going to go ahead and have my bench coach set this up. And this one too. Thanks, mate. Okay. Yep, I'm aware. We're kind of free-falling right now. I like to get better as the season gets later, but we're really kind of free-falling. I need you to hit better, please, game. Okay. Ricky Perrault. What the hell has happened to you? You've completely transformed yourself. What? Oh, that's why I'm getting confused. I'm looking at the wrong guy. I was like, where did Perrault's power go? And it's because he was Andres Avila. Yeah. So right now, calling up Ricky Perrault doesn't make a huge amount of sense. Calling up Nick Rosario doesn't make a lot of sense. Because what Rosario is the best at is what I already have Pete Richards to do, right? Like, this is a perfectly acceptable season from your first baseman. It's maybe not perfect, and it still might get him lapped, because Rosario might take over at second base or first base next year. But it's certainly not bad. I'm going to call up Vita. And we're going to do long relief emergency starter. He's earned a call up. How have you never gotten better at catcher, Andres Avila? That's what I'd like to know. How have you never improved even once behind the plate? I don't get it, but that's okay. Um, Maybe I'll call up Jamie Sanchez too, and Sanchez can get some reps as a pinch hitter. That's really all I want from him, though. Okay. Let us proceed forward. I just don't think there's enough season yet left. I think we're getting cold at the very absolute worst time. Anything's possible, right? That's fine. I'll take that next year. Chris Orban. Nice. Let's just proceed at this point. Yay, a bunch of players are retiring that I don't care about. No playoffs for us. Damn it. Damn it. Wait, why is there not a thing that says... No, yeah, there it is. What a disappointing season. Yeah, just gotta get in your last dig this season. What a yikes season. Like, 86 and 76 is certainly not a bad season. It's 10 games above 500. But this is a team that consistently made the playoffs, and we just didn't this year. We'll break that down. We'll figure out what happened, other than just everyone got hurt all the time, which was obviously not good. You just enjoy being a troll, don't you, game? Here, you know what, Bobby Gerber, you're on the 60-day IL. Welcome back, Matos. Isn't it pathetic that he only pitched 57 innings but still got 2.6 WAR? That's pretty yikes. Bring us McNeil. Until playoffs end, please. Oh boy, Arizona and the White Sox. That's exciting. Yes, I know he's eligible to come off. Would you stop? Please? Here, go to AAA. Fine, I'll put you on the 40-man, then go to AAA. There we go. Yeah, place him on the playoff roster. Fuck you, game. Good for the White Sox. What a disappointing season. so Walker's coming back. I obviously can't void Gunnels. That would kill the team. Joe Field was still the best starter on the team. I can't let him go either. Oh, I just lost my scouting director. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, so first, let's make sure we hire a brand shiny new scouting director. I want someone who's brilliant at scouting lots of things. Yeah, there's AJ Preller, but there's also Keith Johnson. He's even a neutral scout. Like, he's not great at scouting the minors. That's definitely true. You know what? Give me Giovanni Prado instead. Your favorite tool, so you'll help me find players that'll be good a couple years down the line. Yeah, I'm gonna hire you. That's my scouting director. Yoel Hernandez, would you take a promotion? No, you wouldn't. Well, you might, but you have so many designs that I can't predict it. So give me coach ratings, please and thank you. Teach pitching. I mean, he's pretty sus, but I'll offer him the deal if he'll take it. Get it? I will offer you a contract, DJ Artis. And then give me Jacob Sylvester. Here we go. Alright. Let's break down this otherwise utterly forgettable season and figure out what went well and what didn't go well. Let's start with the lineup. Garrett Gunnels continues to be amazing each and every season. Led the league in OPS and on base percentage. I love him. I want him to play forever. Salix Brown had a really nice bounce back to his initially very slow start. He's almost certainly locked up his spot in the lineup for at least the next 2 to 3 years. As long as he's getting on base at a 370 clip, anything else he brings is gravy, and there's a whole lot of gravy this year. Danny Lesprom. We got the perfect player for exactly what we needed, and even though he won't be with us forever, I certainly can't say that we're worse off having played him this season. And he sold the minimum, too. So, yeah. Pete Richards. Chad Moore, his only problem was getting hurt. Pete Richards, his only problem was not being able to hit lefties. But he was still a really good player. Jerry Jennings turned in a pretty solid rookie season in his own right. Jordan Walker wasn't very good, but he still gave me the pop. And he still played okay third base. I mean, we could definitely do better than him. I just don't know where we'd get that. Tony Prius had a rough season. But we got to give him some time, right? And he may very well already have been lapped by Andres Avila. Yeah, I think for all that Pete Richards accomplished and the fact he might win Rookie of the Year, I don't think I can look at this man and tell you with a straight face that he's not our opening day first baseman next year. I don't think I can tell you that. Because he is such a good hitter in every facet of the game that it's his job to lose. Andres Avila, your defense may never get any better. I mean, it is all the way up to 17. But with your offensive capabilities, we might have like a Mike Piazza kind of situation here, where he's so good offensively and won't completely embarrass himself behind the plate that he's worth keeping. Now, also, it's important to remember these are all OSA rankings. We can take them with a grain of salt because once our guy gets back, then we can talk. Yeah. So the offense was not the problem. If we look at our team home screen, our defense was fine. The defense was actually quite good. And who led in the good defense department, I wonder? Garrett Gunnels, Chad Moore, Jordan Walker, Mike Sheehan. Like, we had some bad defenders too, but for the most part, our defenders were excellent. I'm really impressed by Garrett Gunnels having a great defensive year. It's never really been his calling card, not in right field anyway. But you know what? He's really had a really solid defensive year. He might even win a Gold Glove this year, which would be pretty sweet. Remember those days when I was like, oh golly, I want him to play in the majors, but he's not a very good third baseman. Well, just stick him in right field apparently, and he'll excel at it. Joe Field had an excellent season. An excellent season. I mean, last year he won the Cy Young. He might win it again this year. That's how good he was. When Matos could take the mound, Matos was brilliant. And that's what makes him so infuriating to deal with. It's that he's got so much raw potential that giving up on him just seems like shooting myself in the foot. Eldridge was fine. Paez was fine. He was a nice surprise, although not excellent. He at least pitched multiple innings, and he struck people out, and didn't walk all that many. But the bullpen was really not that great. And Bobby Sobolewski is definitely not ready for the big leagues. He definitely is not. And that's what happened this season. Something I thought was going to be a strength of ours ended up being a huge weakness. Now, Tiam, the man does what he does, and that's give up home runs. But he could have been a lot worse, and he led the team in innings pitched, and he got lots and lots of strikeouts. He is what he is at this point. We just have to accept that. And yeah, he's making an awful lot of money, but I didn't want to lose him and start basically from ground zero. He at least gives me somebody to build around. So what can we do better? Well, there's a couple things we can consider. And the first thing that we're going to consider is especially once we get our new scout's opinion. I think Rostro's our opening day first baseman. Like, I'm not going to super declare it right now, but I'm going to declare it right now. I mean, this is a man who went from rookie ball to double A and then turned up 2 back-to-back incredible years and then stepped up his game again when he played in triple A. I don't think there's anything left he has to learn. And it's about time that we get stability at the position. We could talk about calling up Ricky Perrault, who had an excellent top-notch year in AAA. With Perrault, we have a slightly different issue, which is that, oh god, you can't have lefties at all. Which is Les Braun, who actually had a really good year. Mostly because he hit 51 doubles somehow, which is, I don't know how that didn't lead the league. But. So yeah, we're really in a bit of an interesting situation. Like, I have absolutely no illusions that Ricky Perrault is not the future in the outfield. I'm just not convinced he's the present in the outfield. Not when Chad Moore plays well enough and offers pretty great defense in center field. He's certainly not replacing Gunnels, at least not right now. As certain as I am that Nick Rosrio is going to open the season as our starting first baseman, I'm equally uncertain that Ricky Perrault will start the season with us in the majors. I don't think he has enough to offer at the moment compared to what we have. Now, is there a future in which I can see him being called up? Yes, but he's going to have a big spring training. Because also not a very good outfielder yet, although he's getting there. This was the first season that consistently being cheap on the bullpen really bit me on the ass. Because we had a couple pitchers that did well, and a lot of them that did poorly. While I'm reasonably pleased with Chris Hestad's turn as closer, I'm not super convinced he's the future there either. Yeah, we just had a bunch of mediocre relievers, and none of them really impressed me. And then we have the other bigger issue, which is that our starting rotation wasn't great. And part of that is Sobolewski, right? Like, let's talk about the positives, right? The kid has an incredible ability to strike people out. He struggled a bit with walking people. That is actually not an incredible ability. He actually struggled striking people out in the majors. He's had a bad year, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And definitely needs more seasoning in AAA. He is not starting the roster on the Major League roster without some pretty serious changes there. He also doesn't have a lot of stamina. So he's never going to be like a frontline rotation guy. So we're going to have to see how he develops over time. But yeah, starting rotation is just something I can't really trust right now. Tim Kennedy, who I just drafted, is the best starter in my minor leagues, and it's not particularly close. Chris McNeil doesn't throw strikes. I mean, I might as well give Orlando Vita a chance. He's got okay control. He's got good strikeouts. He's not nearly as bad with home runs as Tian. He's probably going to get a rotation spot. I just need more good starters, and I don't have very many of them. And it looks like some relievers did take a couple steps forward, and that's great. And look, Carl Brown only has one great year as a reliever. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't see an easy solution to our problem, which is that the pitching staff, on the whole, was bad. Like, it's damning Paez with faint praise that he had a better year than I expected. And maybe next year, Matos stays healthy and the rest of the team is just better. But right now, this is a team that was let down by its pitching staff. We didn't pitch well. We did not pitch well. So, we definitely need to fix that in the offseason. But I'm wondering if there is a way to fix it. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know if there is enough arms on the free agent market or available in trade that will fix the rotation. Andy Eldridge is gone. Thanks for playing. I thought you did very well for us, but I got you for like $1. But yeah, I can't bring back any of my free agents. They're all gone, for better or worse. And this problem is only going to get even worse when I can't bring Joe Field back. So the question then becomes, am I in good enough with the owner to tank for a season? And I don't think that I am. I think he's already kind of pissed off at me that we only went 86 and 76. And he wants me to expend Joe Field. Nobody would be happier if I could, but I don't think I can. Because he's going to want like $20 million a year. Oh, he won't talk to me till next year. I want to re-sign Joe Field. I very much do. I just don't think I can. I don't think I'll have the money. So that's what I'm concerned about. That's what we need to think about. We need to find ways to make the team better without sacrificing too much. Once Gunnels is gone, and I don't think I'm bringing him back. I'm just going to throw that out there right now. I don't think I'm bringing him back. because I can't afford him. Only playing 120 games, no matter how brilliant those 120 games were. Maybe I should have just automatically extended him, but I really had the feeling that if I didn't, it would have bit me on the butt. I'm gonna start playing like Gunnels, like that's Gunnels' last year next year, because it probably will be. Because I can't have half my payroll tied up in 2 players. No matter how amazing Gunnels is. I could trade Tiam. Just out of curiosity. Like, this is not going to be popular. Let's end this episode by kicking the tires on trading Tiam. I'm going to add all the categories. Wow, the Milwaukee Brewers really want to get rid of this guy. I can't do that, though. I can't give up on my only reliable starter, no matter how much money he earns, for a reliever who's not very good. But we shall conclude the episode here. Disappointing season. I don't know how things are going to get a lot better. But we're definitely going to explore some options in the off-season. And I'm at least going to talk about trading Matos. I really don't want to. Because when he's healthy, there's no question he's productive. It's just that when he's healthy is just... I need a better starter who can actually stay healthy. So maybe I have to move on from him too. I will definitely think about that in the off season. I can't. Yeah, I'll think about it. But until next time, this has been Avindy, and thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.